I thank you so much for being here. But what we want to do is we want to get to the important stuff. That was important, of course, but the stories are even more important. So if somebody here is willing to share their story, that would be fantastic. Please just raise your hand.
I
And
would,
uh,
I would love to do that.
okay, please do. Please step in, and that would be awesome.
The first time I had that patch on myself, I had a wrist that never moved because of a bad break 7 years ago. When I put that patch on, my wrist moved, and it was just amazing. And then when I put the other pain patch on my lower back, because of my osteoarthritis, I haven't had pain since I put that patch on. I just wanted to let everybody know that.
Oh, that's fantastic. I thank you for sharing that. And how long did it take before you noticed a difference?
Not even a day,
Wow. Okay.
not even a day, because my osteoarthritis, I've had so much problems with it. And it was the pain patch plus also the one that they use for athletes, Victory,
The
that
victory.
I put on. And I haven't had pain, the arthritis, since I've had it on.
Well, bravo. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah,
That's amazing
so
stuff. So you
yeah, I
recommend the
am.
patches.
Oh yeah, big time. I have tried every lotion and potion and everything going,
Well, kind of like
and
Lois.
this
So,
has been a godsend. Yep, yep.
well,
So
amazing, Marianne. I appreciate
I
you
just
sharing
wanted
that.
to let everybody know that how amazing it is. Yeah,
Well, thank you
yeah.
so much for
So
sharing.
yeah, I am. You are welcome.
Thanks again. I believe Ian, you were next. Go ahead, Ian.
Yeah, hey everyone. Hope you can hear me. I'm outside, but I just like to share my most recent share. It was about 3 hours ago. I was speaking to someone about fishing, and then I met someone that had a terrible fall, and I shared the pain patch with. And they said, "Well, what are you talking about? What patch? Like I have hip pain." So I gave them a patch, and then about 20 minutes later, so are they supposed to work this quick? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's the whole idea. They're supposed to generate a response, and lo and behold, dumbfounded. And then the next thing I know, someone else is calling me down the hall and wants more information about what he just told them. So I always like to share the most recent one because they happen every day, and it's a good feeling when someone wants to know more about a product that you've shared. And hats off to Jay for creating it, but I just wanted to share the most recent one.
Well, thanks so much, Ian. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like you say, every day we just keep sharing these over and over, and new stories come in every single day, and that's what it's all about. And then, of course, the word of mouth spreads, and sometimes people in your workplace may be like, you know what, I don't know about that, but then Rick comes flying down and says how incredible, and then next thing you know, it turns their head to, wait a second, what am I missing here? So. That's fantastic to hear that. So thanks again, Ian, and Hannah, go ahead.
Yeah, hi everybody. So 2 weeks ago tomorrow, I had a bowel operation, and I was only on a tiny bit of medication. I mean, I don't even have paracetamol or ibuprofen in my house. I'm very much into natural alternatives. But I have been wearing the Defend patch for a good couple of weeks now in the build up to this operation. And I was wearing the Liberty patch during my operation. I refused to wear their stockings in hospital because I'm like, I don't need those. I don't need to be wearing them. And the doctor wanted to know what I was wearing. And I told him, and I said, and I'm wearing this one because it's helping boost my blood. And I'm wearing this one because it's going to help my pain. And honestly, they must have looked at me like I was cuckoo. But I was off pain medication within 2 days, and I only took the medication at night, ibuprofen, just to kind of get me through the night. And this is probably going to be, I'm just going to try not to be graphic, but let's just say my first bowel movement after my operation is obviously very painful. But I put the Freedom patch right on my coccyx, and I was at probably a level 7 or 8 in terms of pain at that point. And within 5 seconds, my pain went down to probably or a 1 or a 2. And I'm not over egging that. I mean, I'm really, really not. And 3 days after my operation, I was out walking the dog, and my family were lined up to come and help me. And they're like, wow, you look incredible. You know, what are you doing? So, and I had this procedure 10 years ago, and I was on pain medication for a whole week and landed up in hospital because my organs were failing a week later. And of course, 10 years on, I should be in a different situation now because I'm 10 years older, but I am 100% certain that because I'm wearing these products, my recovery has been 10 times quicker. And I'm on my own, I'm widowed, so I don't have anybody here looking after me. So I am super grateful for these products for helping me recover way quicker than I would have been. Defend, Liberty, Freedom. Yeah, incredible. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Hannah. And I love that you said that, because what happens a lot of times is people, they're watching others, and they're watching what's happening, and they're saying, hey, wait a second, you look straighter, or it looks like you're kind of walking better than the last time I saw you, or all these different things. And that's truly what is amazing, is that observation, or a child's behavior, or whatever the case may be. So thanks again for sharing that. And I will now move on to John. Please, John, if you would jump on. Thank you so much. Oh,
sorry, I lost control of my mouse briefly and I couldn't unmute.
that's okay.
So I was at an exhibition last week, and I met a lady there who I've only ever met previously from the neck up, i.e. I've only ever seen on a virtual networking meeting previously. And so meeting up with her and husband face to face, noticed she had a walking stick. So I said, what's going on with the walking stick, Pauline? And she said that she's waiting for a hip replacement, but they can't operate yet because she's on such high levels of opiate that they won't operate. So they're now trying to wean her off the painkillers to be able to do the surgery. She'd been walking around this exhibition for a couple of hours, and she was in a whole lot of pain. So I said, you up for a test? And she said, anything. So I had a Liberty patch, put the Liberty patch on her. We carried on talking, and after a couple of minutes, she started elbowing her husband and going, the pain's going. Another 2 minutes, she's nudging him again. Pain's gone. And so she went home, a much happier lady, and maybe she's going to get her operation a lot sooner than she thought.
Well, that's fantastic. And, you know, it's all experience, and you can see how fast this happens. Now, remember, it may take a bit longer for certain people, depending on how you're compromised neurologically, but we're not the type of product where you're waiting 30, 60, 90 days. And I just wanted to point out to everybody, we're not making any claims here that we cure, treat, prevent, anything like that. We're just sharing stories of what's happened to each other after using these patches. And I just always want to make that clear, no matter what happens, and just so that we're all on the same page. But again, John, thank you so much. And then we'll move on to the last one, which will be Paula. So go ahead, Paula. If you can unmute yourself, go ahead. If you need me to help you, just let me know. There we go.
Nice, good. I've got this. So I am pre-patch, and my friend Hannah invited me to this, and I've watched Hannah looking better every day since she had her procedure, which she's just shared with you. And so I want to share something completely different with you, and it's the fact that I've got a bad hip and groin, and a couple of weeks ago on my 52nd birthday, I managed to give myself a horrendous tiger balm burn, and ended up at hospital. So looking for an alternative pain relieving method, Hannah suggested that I look at the patches. And so here I am right at day 0. And I've already messaged Hannah and said I'm in. And so I wanted to just share that with you, that, you know, there's things out on the market that you think are safe, you can buy them, you rub them on your skin, I was in such a mess after something that I'd done to myself at home. It was really, really bad. Like day after day visits to the hospital for dressing changes, because I'd put Tiger Balm on my back and then gone to bed and laid on it.
Oh gosh.
So it just got hotter and hotter and hotter. And so now I think I was like a fried chicken. So I think I've probably lost 3 layers of skin. And even still now, it's irritated, it's hot, it's red, right into the muscle where it hurts me. So I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. And obviously I'm banned from Tiger Balm. So patches, I'm going to be like a patchwork doll. And so I want to say thanks to Hannah for inviting me and getting me on this Zoom. And, you know, if you're ever frightened of actually reaching out to somebody and saying, just come and have a look, just do it. Because if they don't, that's up to them. But if they do, it could just make such a massive difference. Unfortunately, I've known Hannah for a few years, so I'm not scared of her or scared of anything that she's got to say. I trust her. And I'll be really interested to see what an effect it has on me, and then how excited I'll be about sharing it.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. And that's we look forward to you. Hopefully, maybe once you get the product, you have a chance to try it, that you can jump on and give us an update. That would be fantastic. And we'd really appreciate that. So thank you, everybody.